Hi guys, my name is Rishabh Goel and I'm a CS grad student at UIC, and today I'm presenting a demo on one of my projects as part of the cloud computing course. So in this project we are developing a client program to interact with the log file using the first part is gRPC and the second part is REST APIs. So there are two tasks in this assignment. The first is to create a client program that uses gRPC to invoke a lambda function and check like if there is a desired timestamp in the log file. The second part is like we have to use the same lambda function and run the REST methods. So for this project I have used Scala to create gRPC's client and server code, AWS EC2 that is used to generate log files on a daily basis, AWS Lambda that is the main part of a program where we have defined the logic to check if the log interval exists, and if it exists it should return a count of how many log files have that regex pattern. Otherwise it should throw an exception that like there is no interval found. The fourth part is the API gateway that is used to create the REST APIs, and the fifth is the AWS CloudWatch that I am using to debug the logs that is generated by AWS Lambda whenever we hit the API service. So as part of this, first I will tell like how to deploy the code to EC2. So for that, log into your the AWS console. So I've already created an instance, so let me create a new one. So here we will select Amazon Linux 2 AMI. We are selecting this because like it already comes with the AWS CLI installed. So let's select this. We'll select the free tier eligible. I'm not changing any of the configuration details on this. Keep everything as it is, and finally review and launch. So while launching it will ask you for a key. So you have three options: existing, new and without. So I have already generated a key pair, so make sure that like once you create a new key pair you download it and keep it in your system. So I have this EC2 key which I've already generated, so I check this and launch an instance. So this is all instance is now launching, so let me go back. So this is how you create a new EC2 instance. So like I have already set up my one of the EC2 instances. Let me start this as well so that I can show you the execution on this. So this EC2 instance is running. So once this is running, let me try to connect to this. I am using an SSH client. So the first step is we have to run this command. This is the key file that was generated and I told you to save it in your system. So let me copy this command. So navigate to the folder where you saved this file and run this command. The next command is connecting to the EC2 server. So here now you can see that we have logged in into the Amazon Linux 2 user. So the next step on this is we have to first install JDK and then SVT. So I have the steps written here for installing the JDK, and these are the steps for installing the SVT. Once this is done, so you have to navigate to your folder. This is the where your log file generator is stored, and you have to copy this to the Amazon EC2 instance. So the command for that is scp -i your key file -r because we are repeatedly copying the folder, the name of your folder, and the EC2 user, and this is the location, which means this is the root location. So once you have copied the folder, it should look something like this. So this is the JDK that I installed. This is the for the SBT, and this is our log generator program. So once it's done, we have to set up a cron job to schedule this run daily. So for that I have created a daily job.sh. So let me show you. So in this file, first we log into the log file generator folder, and then we run the sbt clean compile run. So this will start running the log generator program. And since the log file are generated with today's date, so I'm fetching today's date, and then I am running copying the files from my log generator log folder with today's date to my S3 bucket. So if we see that, like, we already have two files here, and both were uploaded around the same time, so that means that it is running on a daily looping on a correct one. So once it is done, we have to schedule it in cron tab. The command for that is cron tab -e. So the first part on this means the minute that we have to start the execution. The second is the hour of the day when it should start, and this is for the these 3 stars signify that it should run every day, every week, and every month. And this is the location of the file which has to be run on a daily basis. So I have scheduled it for 2:40 AM. So every day this job will run only if the EC2 instance is running. So once this is done, the next part is to see the lambda function. So in the next video I will be explaining that part.